So it's Anthony here. I'm here in Tucson and had a court appearance today, and the prosecution, Barbara Lawal's office, had no discovery, and I asked them if they had any physical evidence and on whether I was told to leave or asked to leave a city court. They said no, and they didn't want to talk to me anymore. So we get up in front of the judge. Judge lets me know right away. He's been on the bench for 30 years. He has a law education. He knows the rules. But he wants to remind me that I don't have to educate him on his job, tell him how to do his job, or tell him the rules of the courts. He understands that, just like tell him what I need. So I tell him, like, first of all, like, this whole case is unconstitutional, it's unethical, it violates my rights, and it violates, like, so many case law across the country. And so, like, you're right, the prosecution hasn't provided any evidence, and he says that he's not going to, like, he doesn't have to give us full discovery. He just wants to give us what he thinks he's going to use right now, and maybe at some point, like, if he decides to do anything. And I go, well, Judge, the video from the police cameras will actually show that I shouldn't have been arrested for trespassing because we were never ordered to leave. And so the judge has ordered that they have to provide me full discovery by my next court date, which is August 16th, 2018 at 10 a.m. in Justice Court here in Tucson. And so they were going to give me another judge, Judge Felix, who's one of the justices of the peace here, but, like, the prosecution reminded the judge that she can't actually be my judge because of a conflict of interest. And the judge asked, like, what that was, and he's like, well, they're neighbors. So your neighbor can't be your judge because it's a conflict of interest. So, like, based on that, they're going to give me a Judge B. Now, what you'll notice about Judge B is this is Keith B., the brother of Ken B., both who did their whole term limits in the state legislature, members of the Republican Party. And so they own B Brothers Transportation, B Brothers Printing. And so, like, that's going to make things really interesting, because we got this constitutional case where all the people, and I reminded the judge, just so you know, there's no complainant on here. Everybody complaining, everybody who's a victim, everybody who's a witness is a public servant who doesn't like transparency, who doesn't want us to be able to handle any grievance we have with the government. They want to have, like, this untransparent, secret government where the government doesn't have to identify themselves. They don't have to talk to anybody. They don't have to share anything. So this is all going to go on 8/16/2008 at 10 p.m. at Pima County Justice Court. For anybody who wants to attend, that's 240 North Stone Avenue. So just giving you this update, and then, like,